That whiskey. You just opened it?
Problems, huh?
Did you just open that?
I did open it.
Oh, I smell it.
Did you smell it?
Syrup. Like,
nice.
What is that?
This is what do I have in here? I have Bib and Tucker bourbon.
Bib and Tucker.
Bib and Tucker.
Bib and Tucker bourbon.
It's nice, and I actually finished it at home. So this is like
a treat.
I'm glad this. Yeah, this is kind of like I'm glad this happened.
Because
now treat. I know this. Now I know I got some here.
It's like burying bones somewhere and then digging them back up.
And digging them back up. Yeah. Podcast.
What up? It's your boy Chad O. Out here in LA.
Trying to get along in the subway. Thank you, Valencia. But I'm about to head on the train heading to Madrid. I'm telling about Two Boys Podcast on 13 Ghost TV. Like, subscribe, and send us a few messages. I don't hablo mucho español, but I'm doing the best I can.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
Good. Two Bros Podcast, episode 108. My. This summer has not been faint at all. I mean, I've just been trying to enjoy my summer.
Yeah.
Just COVID or not. I mean, we've already chalked up 2020.
Yeah, we're done. We just get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
keep doing people. I see. Since the last time we hooked up, we lost John Thompson.
Yes.
We lost Lou Brock.
Oh.
Somebody's another.
The guy from Kool and the Gang passed away.
Yes.
One of the guys from Kool and the Gang. One of the original founders.
Yes.
So yeah.
Now that's not. Now they weren't COVID related.
Yeah.
But they've passed away, and just like 2020 is like 2020 is the evil little bitch. Man.
Well, we've all seen everybody's. I saw somebody say that the other day, and it was like, don't people just regular die? Like. What happened? Aren't people regular dying too? Like,
that's right.
And everything can't be COVID,
right.
Man. I mean, some people were gonna expire this year.
There's still car accidents. People still were in, but because John Thompson was in bad health for the last.
He was. Not in good health at all. But make no mistake, the savages have gone wild. The streets are just wild.
There's some nutty shit.
People are just losing their fucking mind.
There's some nutty shit. You seen that thing out in what was it? I think it was upstate, like in Rochester.
Yes.
Where these people just like outside sitting, and all of a sudden everybody comes over and just
start shooting.
There was
just a shooting at Rutgers today.
Yes. This morning.
I mean, people have gone fucking apeshit mad.
Yeah.
My friend, Mike Poole from Rutgers, played at Rutgers, oddly enough, of Rutgers, was in a horrible fucking accident that was on the news. I mean, I saw it in the papers. And thank God he's doing better. Mm-hmm. The story, as told, and I'm not trying to tell anybody's business, or it was published in the paper, was that he went to a party with a young lady, and her boyfriend came and was like, and it was a big misunderstanding, and it was touch and go, and whoops, he fell off the balcony and fell 2 stories down on a fucking car, like in TV. Like,
he fell or
okay. I'm not the one to say it. It says it in the paper.
It says he fell.
It says he fell or he was pushed. We don't know.
Okay.
And we hope there was nothing nefarious, but there was a lot of choice words that were used in this. And Mike Poole, of course, went off to play in Halifax. He's playing overseas. He's playing up in Alaska. A talented kid from Brookville Park. He played with us in one of our championships, then played against us in our Street Equities tournament. And my, Mike Poole, please get better. He sent out a post, or someone from his family posted and said he's doing much better. He's walking and trying to learn back how to talk and rehab and stuff like that. But what a fucking, everyone's just on edge, like. To know, everyone's raw. Like the nerves are just.
Yeah, the nerves are just right up there.
Oh, you touched me.
Yeah.
Fuck you, touched me for. And I'm like,
it's like at a point now where you can't even like figure out what the genesis of.
Like, what are you mad at?
Like, what are you upset for?
What are you upset?
I saw some shit with some woman like yelling on a fucking plane about
the privilege.
Like you got privilege. Why do you? I'm like, what? Like, how did shit even start?
I said, excuse me. I said...
Probably. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like somebody was just trying to get past to go use the bathroom.
Yeah, she was trying to go to the bathroom, and the lady was like, ma'am, you have to... when they turn the light on, it's like, okay, you have to sit down. And she was very adamant on, no, I have to use my bathroom. I have to go potty or whatever. I don't know what it was. But people are just on nerve endings. I mean, from social inequities, racial inequities. Everyone wants entitled. Everyone wants they want shit handed to them, and I'm like, yo, you still gotta earn it.
You don't. Not according to a lot of these motherfuckers.
I know, but like we always say, the basics are still.
Yes, the basics should still be
The
mandatory.
basics are still mandatory for us to coexist. Excuse me, please. I'm sorry. Get the fuck out the way. Even that you could get to that point, but there is still some decor in between.
Right.
You don't just go from high to fuck
you,
shit.
you privileged motherfucker.
Well, whoa, man. Even to the point where Mother Nature is kicking back and fires all over the place. Well, some dumbhead started that. I mean, can you imagine if you're the guy?
In
California?
California? Yeah.
Gender reveal party?
Is that what it was?
It started from a gender reveal party. Pop the smoke thing and the fire thing comes out and oh shit.
Wow. Okay.
And I still don't know if it was a boy or a girl. Half of fucking California is on fire and no one knows if it's a boy or a girl. Can you believe this?
Well, did you read all the other shit about somebody wrote some article about how gender reveal parties are like it's another form of privilege, and it's
Oh my god!
like well, gender reveal, like those they don't reveal the gender, they just reveal genitalia. If your child has a vagina or a penis, the child's gender will be determined by them in their future.
Those people, I don't like to put people in boxes, but those people should live together. They should be in one place. Like,
why don't they catch COVID?
Yeah.
Why don't I really do think at some point, if you believe in a higher power, if you believe things happen for a certain reason, I really do think that our creator might have said, you know what, y'all getting a little crazy with some of this shit.
Yeah.
Here, deal with this for like for a year. Right. And maybe we can weed some of you motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
Because y'all getting crazy with this.
Well, you said it several times. Like, you keep showing me that fucking cross. They nailed me to that fucking thing. I was nailed there for fucking, and you keep showing it. Like, I like to see this.
Right.
I don't want to.
I was there for days.
Where were you fuckers then?
I hung out there. Jesus.
Yeah. My, the savages have gone wild. Even our friend Joe Rogan has moved the studio down to Austin. Left. Gone.
Yeah.
Casey Neistat, gone from New York. Left. You know,
he left New York?
Yeah, left New York. By the way, he was in a movie I just saw. He was in the Jamie Foxx Project Power.
Oh, I didn't see that. I keep passing it when
it's
put
great
on Netflix.
movie.
Is it really?
Great movie for something obviously that has been a lack in Hollywood for obvious reasons. And it's on Netflix, and it was a great watch. It was fun, and you know, it happened, and it was over.
Okay.
Good display of African American characters in there, where you know, you don't have to be perfect. You know, like the girl that was playing the character, she was a bit frumpy, nappy hair. You know, she was regular. Even the daughter that played Jamie Foxx plays Jamie Foxx's daughter wasn't this pretty princess, damsel in distress. You know, the whole movie was about getting his daughter back. You know, sorry to spoil it, but usually that's someone hidden in the castle. Remember the Rapunzel story?
Right.
Like
someone in the castle.
Let me get her to the castle, and she's this beautiful thing at the castle.
Yes.
His daughter was just a regular
chick,
black girl, very dark skinned,
maybe didn't want a pet.
I know, but I'm happy to see that transition of portrayal.
Right.
Where it's not like Megan Good can't play everybody.
Right.
You know, you can't have Megan Good play everybody, and she's so pretty and this and that.
Exactly.
And it's like, no, my she's pretty, but she's pretty to me. You know, regular. But that false sense of people just believing that hair and you know.
Right.
And they take all that shit off when they get in the locker room, in the trailer. They take all that.
Shit. I'm sorry. Did you order the hot wings?
But yeah, man, you know, I spent all day fishing yesterday. We went back out on the boat with Jimmy, our buddy Jim, a couple of my guys from Level 1 went out. Just a few of us. It was some last minute. Caught nothing.
Okay.
Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing.
We're not in Jamaica Bay?
Yeah, in Jamaica Bay. Even the big boats, the party boats that come out of Sheepshead Bay, everyone's waving like, what You got
nothing. Huh?
You got anything? Nothing. We're following them, trying to go where they are.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah, because you figured they would like stir up some shit. And they would
Yeah, I
move some
mean,
stuff
yeah.
towards the,
It was like the little spots,
the
and they
sides
got
of the
like
spots.
sonar, and they got things that can show you. Saw a ton of dolphins.
Okay.
Tons of dolphins in Jamaica Bay. Schools of them. But no fish. Nothing there. Nothing to see there.
Do dolphins eat fish?
I'm sure they eat something. I don't
They
think.
gotta eat something.
Yeah, I'm sure they eat small fish.
They
I'm
don't
sure.
just sit up there and dance for food. They don't.
Right.
All the time.
But my, I was so impressed of nature, just like dolphins just swimming like exact parallel together. They were just like
very synchronized.
Yeah, nature at its finest, huh?
Yeah. All of it. That's why you gotta accept the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Like when nature throws some shit at us that's all fucked up, you gotta say, okay, they kind of know better than us.
Well, Gavin
what's going
Newsom,
on?
the mayor, is he the mayor? Yeah, the mayor.
He's the governor.
Governor of California. You don't like him either, Batman.
Just he's done some stupid shit. He's done some weird shit, and it's just like I don't understand. Like I don't understand why. First of all, you should know enough that you really shouldn't be telling people what they should and should not be doing in their own homes. I get it. You're trying to tamper down because I guess they're in a serious spike in California.
Yeah.
You know, but now to like cut people's power off in certain places, if we suspect you of having like a certain amount of people in your place, is ridiculous. They're doing. I found this out from a friend who lives out in California, Kim Swank, who's an artist. They're doing power surges.
Yep.
So like they're shutting power off at certain times.
But that's not new. That's not new. The power surges were originally for if you were growing marijuana. They were testing to see if you had overage of wattage and versus how much you used to see if you were illegally growing marijuana. I mean, that's what the program was designed for.
The program was designed for.
Yeah, maybe they just altered it and said, "Hey."
But let's be real. We know whose power is getting shut off.
Yeah.
You know, and power is a commodity. So if you're paying for it, so when you shut it off,
Right.
you know that bill still looks the goddamn. People telling me like the bill looks the same.
But it looks the same.
You know, you telling me my power's cut off for X amount of time for a certain amount of time, but this bill looks the same as fucking 2 months ago.
That's a little reach. That's a little over.
It's a little overreach, you know. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You were saying your man Gavin Newsom.
Oh no! I just the gargle in his voice of crying for help was like, listen, guys, this is not fucking politics. This is real. We're fucking burning here. Go outside. Go
Talking
smell.
about the wildfires?
Yeah, he's talking about California. But he was advocating for climate change, and he was saying, look, this is evidence of it. This is evidence of it. Okay, again, opinion. We're not scientists. Scientists, people have said it. You know, we're obviously on a bubble. On the planet Earth. We're in a compacted planet Earth, and there's an ozone layer that protects us, and there's layers of atmosphere and pressure and all that other stuff. I can't help that if I farted in this room, it would linger a little bit. It's a little control. So if you threw gas in here or it lingers around.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, we have to understand that it's not. If it's a crisis, then do we manage the crisis or do we try to circumvent the crisis? You know, because there's some things that we can't. One of the things we don't like saying about climate change is that the climate has been changing for a long fucking time.
Yeah. No,
the Earth has been warming since the Ice Age.
Yeah. Warming or cooling? Cooling or warming?
No, it's been warming. Warming since the Ice Age. We had the Ice Age.
Yes.
And then ever since then, the Earth has been slowly getting warmer.
Yeah.
You know, so it's what we're seeing is not new. Now, maybe the pace at which it's happening.
Of course, I would. That's where I would err on the side of like, if you look at the numbers in 1918, there were only 5,000 cars. Now you have 300 million cars.
So you could say we've contributed and we've made it safe, and you know,
and we've chopped a few trees down too that have been part of the cleansing.
There are, and I found this. I can't remember what publication I found this in, but this was actually published by the Forestry Wildlife thing. There are actually more trees per square mile in North America today than there was around 1930, 1940.
Yeah, I believe it. But what about the rest of the world?
Well, I don't live in the rest of the world.
I know,
live
but it's contributed
here.
to global. It's a global thing. It's not just a North American climate control. It's global.
Okay, but nationally we have to do our part.
No, I know.
And you have to. I mean, you have to be responsible for your house. I got to be responsible for my house.
Yeah.
And we should all. So I can't speak for the rest of the world.
Well, but you take countries like China and Poland. I mean,
India.
no, I'm sorry. Northern like Russia and Poland, where where IKEA gets all their furniture for all their wood from. It was a documentary on Netflix.
Okay.
Where they were talking about how they've depleted and poachers and they're stealing all the wood and they're not replenishing and et cetera, et cetera. North America is the most healthiest forestry.
Yes.
Especially Canada. I mean, especially Canada, which is still North America as well. And we still import wood to China, which is still happening.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still a fact. I mean,
wow, we need to get fucking China out the damn.
Out
We
the
gotta get
equation?
China out of our equation.
dependency. I mean, we depend on them for everything. I mean,
We do.
Everything you can tear up, turn on the back on. Look at and main China.
My wife came home the other day. She went shopping and brought Miles this cute little hat, like a little boss man fedora hat. It was kind of cute. Oh, it was cool. Grab it, like, oh man, this is so nice. She's like, yeah, it only cost a couple bucks. So I figured, oh man, it looks cool. And I'll put it on him. Oh, he looks cute. Pick it up, made in China. I'm like, fuck.
How'd you feel?
Like, why? I'm starting to pay more attention, and it's starting to piss me off.
It is. It's very piss offable.
I remember when people were like Cuomo was saying that we have like issues like with getting medical equipment, like saline bags and stuff like that. We can't get saline bags because a lot of them is controlled from China. So I remember Googling saline bags. To make a saline, it was no more than a paragraph.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we can't make fucking saline bags?
We just got lazy, man.
We can't. Like, as a society, we can't make our own saline bags?
It's fucked up.
I'm like, this is basically just
Well,
salt water
I think
that you put in the bag.
I think the one equation that's missing from that, like my side of the world on the procurement side of things, I can't make it for the cost.
For the cost.
I can't make it for the cost that it's going for in the open market. So I'm not competitive. I'm the same way with T-shirts. Like people are like, I want the $5 shirt that I saw online, and I was like, but I'm here.
Yeah.
And mine's is $15.
Yeah.
And you can get it tomorrow. You can get it next day or 2 days. And you're buying it from a local place. They're going to get it and ship it to you. Waste carbon fuel, waste boom, 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 whatever.
Of all of this stuff that we're going to change in our society within the next generation, by the time like Miles is a grown man, that's probably going to be the hardest thing to adjust to make the consumer realize is that you are paying more because we as your community and us as a nation are benefiting from that, and because of that we're paying a little bit more.
Well, you almost have to like you just said, re-educate a generation. Like you have to I think we're here. We're at the point of there's no more like if they just said, sorry, China's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And they're not selling us anything, and we're not buying anything. We got to buy it from here. Okay, as of 2021, you're going to pay $8 for a toothbrush. It's not 59 cents anymore.
Right.
It's $8, but would you pay? I believe people will pay. I mean, if the obviously the job market has to do its side and has to suffice.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle. It has to increase. But
we do it if we had to.
Yeah.
But would we be willing to do that?
I know.
For the right reason. Would we be willing to pay more because, you know what, this is coming out of an American factory, it employs American people, it's going to help the American economy, it helps my individual community. My dollar, I'm not a big Louis Farrakhan fan, but what he says about keeping that dollar in your community is essential to communities. I think he's right on point with that. It gives you a better opportunity to keep that dollar in your particular community. And it's going to cost you a little bit more.
Well, there's a patriot for you. There's somebody that's saying, I'm a patriot. I'll do everything I can to make this country work.
Yeah.
That's patriotic.
Yes.
That's pure patriotism. We're going to pay $8 for toothbrushes because this helps. A toothbrush factory in Gary, Indiana, employs 5,000 people making toothbrushes. I want that American-made toothbrush.
Or are we going to say, fuck this?
Yeah.
I got,
Well, the
I need
problem
to buy
is
a bottle or just, why am I spending $8 on a toothbrush?
right. The problem is when people do this and they go, Wait, they're not paying
Uh-huh.
Why I'm the
Why
fucking
am I
sucker.
paying
Yeah, I'm the
$8 for
guy.
keepers? Yeah.
You know who? No one wants to be first. I guess no one wants to be the guy that. Hey, I'm doing it. I mean, unless you take one for the team and you really stand up about it, and you really have this, patriotic wish to do something better. Eva Longoria, remember we talked about this before. She had this big campaign about tomatoes.
Okay.
Have you heard this thing? She wrote a big book about. Will you pay more? That's the name of the book.
Okay.
She said, would you pay 5 cents more per tomato if you knew that these tomatoes were made from a farm that did not rape and slave Italian women? Because apparently that's happening. That's something that's a thing, which I'd never heard of until she said.
In Italy?
Yes.
Okay.
She said, to this day, she's claiming that today this still goes on where these families are running these farms. The women are beaten. They're slaves. They're made personal whores. The master gets to screw any one of them. Their daughters become tomato pickers, and it's a cycle. It's a slavery market. It's a whole slavery market on tomatoes. But those tomatoes we get here, and we pay for a tray. You get 3 little beefsteak tomatoes, $1.50. She's saying, would you pay $2 for a tomato if it didn't come from these type of farms? And my comment was, well, how do we know? Like, how, is there a sticker that says this was made by slaves? I mean, I don't know this, but she wrote this whole thing. She's on this whole. This was years ago. Yeah. I mean, it's not new. But would you pay more?
We kind of like get caught in between what we believe and what business is, because business says, and what our country's built on. Hey, look, it's freedom. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Right. Buy low, sell high.
So if you're gonna sell me a tomato that costs $1 and somebody else is gonna sell me a tomato that costs 50 cents, I'm free to choose whichever one.
And if I squeeze them, I do my test and I go and I cut them. I try
one
and I go, wow, I can get the same thing for this. I've done it 100 times, even with the shop. I'll buy ink, I'll buy vinyls, I'll buy it, and I get it from now. I have a guy that's black owned. He's right here in Queens, but his vinyl's a little bit more expensive. I can't afford it. Like, I would love to shop with him. So as we grow in a gradual state, I said, all right, well, you know what? Let me take a market share to this cause.
You carve out a little bit.
So you
of
can
business
carve out a little bit of business, and if people do that, you start to get a rhythm going. So I said, you know what? The 2 things I buy the most of is the whites and blacks. Those are my most popular ink, right? White on or black on something else. So I said, you know what? That's 50% of my market share, but all my other colors are different shares. So I said, why not my reds, my greens, my stuff I don't use as often, but I can still give him some market share.
Business, right?
So that's what people can do if they don't. You don't have to commit the whole enchilada, right? You don't have to give up everything. Oh, I got to buy black and damn, I'm broke now and I'm out of business. No, give a little bit. Start small.
You see that series that Killer Mike had?
No.
He had this series, and there was one episode in which he said he's only going to participate in black-owned businesses. And he had this, it was a 30-day period.
Okay.
And it was a period from when he was at home, and then he was going to, end it, at this time that he had this kickoff concert.
Okay.
With Run the Jewels.
Oh, that's
who are dope, by the way.
Run the Jewels, yeah.
I'm sorry if you don't listen to Run the Jewels.
That's like him, Primo.
Him and, I forgot the other guy's name. Oh.
The other,
the white guy. I forget his name. Oh, why am I forgetting?
But isn't Primo the producer of that?
Yes.
DJ Premier.
No.
No?
No.
Not involved in that Run the Jewels?
No. He might have been involved in a track or two.
Yeah, okay, all right.
But anyway, he did that, and when he goes down the trail, he realized, wow, how hard that is to do that.
It is hard.
So he did everything. So he wouldn't drink a bottled water that he got from a store. When he went to a restaurant, he found out it was a black-owned restaurant, so he went to that restaurant. But that restaurant purchased from a non-black farm and stuff.
Hard to do.
He was like, oh, okay, so I can't go that far. When he went to go to a hotel, the hotel wasn't black-owned, so he set that up in the park.
Kind of did a supersize me for black folk.
He put his foot in it. And props to him for all that. Yeah. But it just shows you how far we have to be willing to go to do it. And you know, how much we got to be willing to sacrifice. If we want to say it.
True.
I mean, and plus, you know, you got to be able to do it, and then who cares if you put it on Facebook or not? Because a lot of times it really doesn't matter if you don't put it on Facebook or you put it on your Instagram post.
No, it's just like I was like, come on, man. I said if it's on Facebook or Instagram, it's because I wanted you to see it,
Right.
and I'm hoping I inspired you, and I'm hoping that you got inspired or I was inspired by someone else's post or whatever else. And I'm like, you know, with the bike riding, I do it and I post it, and people like, yo, man, you know, you really out there. I was like, yo, dude, but the whole summer, like, you kept saying, yo, I can't wait to get. Now the summer's done. Where you didn't get the bike, you didn't go, but you're still watching my videos,
Yeah.
and it's not meant for that.
Right.
It's meant to catch you, and then, all right, cool, come on. But you know, that's what people do, man. We just rely so much on this what we see, you know.
Yeah.
As they say, walk by faith, not by sight.
We walk by faith, not by sight. His family still does that.
They still do.
His kids and
It still comes on. I mean,
Yeah.
Price, Reverend K. Price.
yes, Freddie. His name
Frederick
is Fred K. Price.
Frederick K. Price had that Richard Pryor mustache.
Yes.
Dr. Frederick K. Price.
I remember I saw an episode when they found out that his wife, and I don't know if his wife is still with us anymore, but his wife got diagnosed with cancer. And so they were looking for, it seemed like they were looking for who to blame.
Oh.
So, well, God, we pray every day? How did we get cancer?
How do we get cancer?
And, like, I'm saying, like, nobody is saying,
Right.
this really has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, you're not exempt from
You're not exempt from anything else. You know, unfortunately, you know, could have been a lot of things. Could have been your diet. Could have been stress.
Yeah.
You could, you know, just could have got a bad luck at a gene pool or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of other things than, you know,
Yeah.
God doesn't make choices.
No.
You know, he doesn't. You ever see that?
kinda lets this thing go.
You ever see that post where it says, has Jesus there with a laptop and he says, "Damn, I only got 300 likes for this picture. I'm gonna give this girl cancer."
I gotta give it. Wow.
Like, shit doesn't work that way. Like, sorry, it's messed up, but it's
I know,
not. Like, you don't have to, you know, kind of deal with it and don't, you know.
But that's life. I mean, I think more and more people are having a tougher time dealing with the reality of life, and are trying to escape so bad that
Yeah.
they're forgetting how awesome life is. They're forgetting
yes.
how beautiful things. We said this on several podcasts. All the wins we've had,
Yeah.
all the good things that are going on. I'm you know, a free beach that you have that you
Yeah.
could walk to and kick sand and smell fresh air.
Yeah.
And these things you don't have to pay for everything. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't cost $1 million and cost you all your time. You just have to get off the fucking sauce. Like, get off the wagon of trying to please people and, you know.
Every once in a while, I'll catch, like, if I go to the supermarket,
Yeah.
and people waiting in line to buy their groceries, and every once in a while, I'll catch somebody's eye who's, like, a little pissed off about, this taking so long.
Yeah, the line.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you're in a line buying food.
Right.
Just, it's good.
It's a good thing. You
It's
have
good.
you're available to buy food. You have money to buy food.
Right, you're good.
You can get rations, what you need.
Right. Okay, it's going to take you 15 minutes as opposed to 9 minutes. Sorry. But just realize that you're actually better off than a lot of people in this fucking world.
Right. Like the other day, some Yahoo comes down the block, zipping around the corner, doesn't stop at the stop sign or whatever else. And my wife is backing into the driveway. Okay, so she makes the K-turn, takes her time. She's home. She's taking her time. I'm going to park right because, you know, we have the stone on the side.
right.
And she's like, all right, you know. And this fucker comes around, bam, 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 bam. Like, so I had already just parked my car, and you know, somehow whatever he was tough, and all of a sudden he didn't get so tough. I got out the car and I was like, "Hey, this is an emergency. Are you okay? Do you need help? You calling for help? What do you need?" "Nothing. I want to go." "Okay, well you'll have to wait. Like she's backing in." "Okay." So I said, "Well, what's the problem?" He said, "No, just go." So she would have done that, but you're beeping, so she stopped.
So you stop shit.
I don't get it. So all of a sudden he's in his car and he got real small. He just kept shrinking down. I was like, like didn't want to look my way. You know, like figure if he doesn't look this way, I'll go away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, don't try to, be tough now. Like, go ahead, wait. But where you're going is more important than where I'm going.
Exactly.
Coexist, man. Like, okay, this is a car. It's in your way.
Or
when
crash the fucking car.
Yeah.
Or just,
if you're feeling froggy, jump, man.
If it's that important, just wreck the shit. Say,
hey,
I had to go. Bitches got to see this shirt. So I had to.
And I'm looking at him. I'm like, that's why your car looks like that. It was fucking raggedy. That's why your car looks like that. Because you
piss you off. Like the most aggressive people got their bumper falling off.
Shitty fucking car.
Say, hey, did you ever correlate the two?
Yeah.
Do you ever think that maybe if you dialed it back a little bit,
you'd have a nicer car?
Maybe the car would be nicer. Let that piss you off.
Pisses me off all the time.
With a fucked up car, it's like,
don't care. Like I was like, I got a hoopty, so I'll fuck your shit up.
Pretty much, right?
And I'm like, no, you gotta wait. Hey, take it easy.
Now I gotta do the whole insurance thing.
And now
see if you got insurance.
But it's like the guy that beeps you 1 second after like 30 seconds, half a second. By the time you look up and see green, you step on the gas. No one mashes their gas soon as it changes. You still got to creep out and see if it's still safe because somebody may be trying to beat the light. May be lagging and trying to beat the light. And the fucker that beeps behind. So now I'm gonna go slow. Now I'm, and you just. It's perpetual motion. Like you started for no reason. Just have some patience.
Everybody just relax.
Relax
a little bit. Football's back.
Relax. How about that?
Football, man. I was so.
Yesterday looked good. A lot of games on.
Yes.
Yeah.
It feels nice. It feels nice. I know there's
Georgia Tech lost that game.
Georgia Tech won.
Okay.
They won that game.
Oh, they won that game.
Yeah. Wow. It's going to be interesting what happens at the end of this because a lot of conferences decided they weren't going to play. Mm-hmm. And
they're looking at the other guys going, damn, they're having fun.
Well, yeah. Not only that, but it's kind of like you want to respect them for that decision that they made.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you also want to give props to the people who said, you know what, we're going to put our foot on the gas.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna deal with what we need to deal with. Yeah. We're gonna do it the best way that we can.
Yeah.
There was I think there was a school that actually canceled the game because they had an excessive amount of COVID cases.
Yeah, Baylor.
So they said, okay, we're going to cancel our game.
Baylor?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
So everybody, like it seems like there's some who are moving forward, and there are some that are trying to stay back because now if you've decided you're not going to play, well then now what conditions are you going to say it's okay to play?
I know, and you push the needle. I mean, I like the idea of pushing the needle, and I like the idea of letting people. You've said this all the time. Is like, well, let us decide if we don't want to put ourselves in jeopardy. And that's kind of American of us. Like, hey, man, there is a thing going on out here. We're asking you to wear your mask, and by the way, we need because you have to protect yourself, and you have to say, listen, you have to sign a COVID waiver, a liability thing that says you've taken this at your own risk.
Right.
You're coming here at your own risk. You're paying for this at your own risk. There's no refund if you get a cough after tomorrow.
Right.
You can't do that. We can't pander society to think like that. I mean, we can't make. That's what's happening. We keep thinking someone else is responsible for this. So they should pay.
We want you to be responsible for my health,
and I want the release. I want to come out. I want to get out of my house. I want to get some kind of sense of normalcy. And I kudos to those people that really get out there. They're like trailblazers. They're,
in a sense,
12,000 people. I mean, 15,000 people were out there.
It's got to happen.
It's
got to look. There will never,
at least while it's warm still.
There will never not be a COVID case. It's going to be a part of us for now.
Yeah.
So you're going to go to the doctor. What do you have? You have the flu, or do you have a bacterial infection? Oh no, you got COVID. Yeah. That's going to be a part of it.
Yeah, this is a post-COVID world.
It's now it.
Yeah.
So we have to realize that, hey, you know what? We got to live with it. You can't lock yourself in the fucking room and wait for is the COVID gone?
Right.
Is the COVID gone? Is the vaccine? Is there going to be a vaccine?
Yeah.
I do not want to be part of any fucking trial vaccine. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be in that line.
Did you see Deja's post? Deja?
Who? No.
Our friend from Hollis. What's her name? Deja. You know her. Yeah. Kev, she hangs with all y'all. She's
okay.
She said, I just signed up for the thing. I'm the blah blah blah, and the words start going Russian at the bottom, and it's like, and so far so good, no side effects. Blah, 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 blah. And Kev is like, you fucking had me. Phillips, Deja Phillips.
Okay.
And it just starts going Greek and all kinds of crazy. But yeah, you're right. There was a case in the UK in London where the trial person the female who received one of the first doses, her spinal cord inflamed to the point where she couldn't walk. Paralysis. Side effect.
Yeah.
Gee, I don't have COVID, but I can't fucking walk either.
I'd rather have COVID.
Or shit on my own.
Exactly.
And there goes those salination bags or whatever you need. That got to go from China anyway. Shit bags.
Oh, man.
Shit bags for everyone.
Listen, a lot of times, unfortunately, the cure is like...
Get it. Get it.
The cure is get it.
Cure is to get it.
The cure is get it.
Lick your wound.
We're at my wife is...
And toughen up.
My wife is really beating herself up because we put... this was Miles' first week of daycare. So we have him in daycare twice a week. And what happens when kids go to daycare for the first time?
Sniffles.
They get sick. They get sick. And he got sick.
Yep.
You know, this is the first time you're around these bunch of kids and adults you've never been around before. It's what happens.
Yeah.
You know, and Thursday he just got really sick. He had a fever.
Yep.
Sniffles. Okay. He's fine now, but, you know, for a couple of days he was just really sick. And my wife was just really, really,
freaking
really
out.
Upset. And, you know, you're trying to let her know, say, hey, look, it's number one, it's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal. It's what's going to happen. It's what we want to have happen. You want him exposed to shit. So now that he's better, okay, now when he goes back in next week, he's going to be fine.
Yep.
You know, but you have to the cure, like you said, the cure is to get it.
Cure is to get it, man. And you know those things are painful for parents, especially first time parent like your wife, when they watch their child in pain and coughing and very uncomfortable. It is so hard to gather yourself because you are helpless.
Yeah.
And you know,
you want to do something. What are you going to do?
Right. And the worst thing, when I'm not feeling well, the worst thing you could ask me is say, "Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I leave me the fuck alone? Let me just bleed out. Let me just let me bleed this out. I just need to bleed this thing out because
I'm that way too.
You can't keep asking me, "Can I help you? Can I help you?"
I'm that way too. But I got to admit, at the same time, I flip it around because when my wife is not feeling well, I'm like, you need me to get you something? You want me to make you some breakfast? I'm about to head out to the store. You want me to get you something? I can do that for you. I can do that. I'm available to you. I'm available to you. When she probably just says, can you just shut the fuck up and just leave me alone?
Well, maybe we have to invoke I'm going to ask you one time if you need anything. After that, you got to ring the bell.
After that, I'm going in the living room and turn on the game.
But I'm here for you. Just let you know. So I'll get you anything you want. I'm just not going to ask you anymore.
That's right.
That may work. I mean, that may
probably
work. That may work. I mean,
But then you get the flip side, and then you get, you never really asked me if I was okay today. I know. I'm sitting in there coughing and shit.
Someone just posted that too. It said, "You'll never understand." No, he says, "When you can answer this question, then you'll understand how a woman mind works." A pizza is in a square box. It's round, and it's meant to be eaten in triangle slices. You figure that fucking geometry out, you'll figure out women. There's no fucking way that 3-4 different geometric sizes, came in to eat one slice of pizza. And you fold it into an isosceles.
And you fold it, right.
And then you do this, and then, oh my God. No. And then whoever made a Sicilian, gee, that was fucking too easy.
Which came first? One of those two had to have been first.
Good question. We got to ask Epati, our friend.
One of those two had to come. Well, I'm assuming the round pie had to come first.
I think so. I think the pie was always a pie.
Yeah.
It's a pie. It's considered a pie. And I think cutting it was just some way. And in the box.
I think I'm going to do a pizza tonight. Man, now that you said that.
Ooh.
I haven't had a pizza in a while.
Anthony's Cold Fire Pizza.
You like it?
That? Yeah,
I've had it.
You said you didn't like it.
I did not like it.
Or you didn't like the wings there or something.
They had wings there, and I wasn't crazy about it.
Okay.
The pizza was okay.
Pizza's good, yeah. Waldy's is the best for me in Manhattan. Aside from our favorites, like Gabby's and other stuff. And even Gabby's is just still regular pizza. It's just like we've eaten it so much.
Yeah.
It's like nothing to write home about. I'm not a fan, which I've known now to be the case. I'm not a fan of them putting sugar in the fucking sauce.
Who does that?
A lot of pizza
places, yeah.
And I
In their
taste it
sauce.
now. I know now because like I've been trying to balance my
Off
glucose.
sugar, yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, this is sugar in here. Like
Yeah.
the one on by the shop, it's called Springfield Pizza, even though it's on Farmers Boulevard. Go figure that one out. They put sugar in it, and I can tell. And I'm
Yeah.
like, there's sugar in here, man. Like, why? Well, that's not Parmesan sauce. I mean,
So, yeah,
I guess.
some people do it. I mean, I guess it depends on the type of tomatoes you're going to be using and the type of tomato sauce you're going to use.
Yes.
And how, like, Mom's recipe doesn't have sugar in it.
Right.
Because if you're going to do it, you're going to take it, you're going to stew it for a certain amount of time, and you're going to do all this other shit to it.
But I find out my wife uses sugar.
Oh, really?
She puts sugar in her ziti.
Does she really?
Yeah, and I was flipped out.
God damn it.
I was
hang her by her freaking
I
ankles.
was blown away. I was like, she was like, no, we don't have any sugar. And I was like, sugar? For what? The ziti, I put sugar. And I was like, fuck, that's why everybody's going crazy over this
That's why
shit.
we all got diabetes.
Right. There you go. Damn it. The hidden things, hidden triggers.
So, hey. Now, how long has your wife been making ziti? Before you guys were even married?
No. Later years, like when we got our house, like that's
No, she was making ziti before that.
Nah, when we first bought a house together,
Okay.
the first one in Rosedale,
Okay,
the first house.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
that
But that's still a significant amount of time.
I mean, I'm talking 25 years ago. I mean,
Yes, that's still a significant amount of time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you just learned now that like there's
Yes.
sugar in the sauce.
yes, this year. This year, I was blown away. I was like,
Oh my god.
felt a little disappointed. Like the made in China thing. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Damn it. You made in China.
I thought you had a fucking secret recipe, like
Exactly.
something that was like, wow. Like,
Yeah. Could have given it a chance. Could have got some points to solve, babe. I thought you put your finger in that a little bit more.
Yeah, well,
Nope,
you know.
now you put your sugar in it.
Yeah, sugar in the tank.
Now you got to take a glucose swab after.
I know. It's like,
After you have seen
I'm kind of a placebo. Like I don't want it now. Like I'm like, well, it's not as. I would love to have it.
little
but then,
bites of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Get
You
over
make
it.
it without the sauce. Sauce on the side.
Damn, what was the name of the show I meant to talk about today? Was it's a Netflix show about a school teacher, a gym teacher. It's a cartoon.
Oh, a cartoon?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I don't know it.
I can't remember the name of it. Hilarious. I mean, potty mouth, super like fuck, the kids and porn and all this other stuff. I don't know how they filmed it. I don't know how they released this thing. Like,
It's a cartoon?
oh my!
I think you can just get away with shit if they're cartoons. I think you could just.
Yeah.
I think they just let. Have you watched Bill Burr's thing?
No.
F is for Family? It's freaking hilarious, and it is the most vulgar goddamn thing.
This is similar to it, and I'm trying to figure out who this guy's voice is because I know the guy's voice, but I just don't know who it is. And I just caught it one time, and I watched all 10 episodes of it, and my, I can't remember the name of it.
Look, The Simpsons is going on what 30 years?
30-something years.
30 years, and they have
Family Guy's right behind
Family
it.
Guy's right behind it. South Park
South Park.
still doing it. So even though South Park did bitch up a little bit
Really?
on
Oh, they softened up a little?
there was an issue with I think Scientology.
Oh, really?
They had a Scientology thing,
And they backtracked?
and they either didn't put the episode out or they did something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
like
thought they had. I thought,
they caught heat for something, and they decided not to do it. This was a while ago. This was about like 5-6 years ago.
yeah. But that's how long these things have been running, and they just melt into each other. And
Absolutely.
Now I don't think anyone gives a shit anymore. It's like
think anybody
almost
gives
like
a shit.
that's South Park. What do you mean?
Absolutely.
What do you mean it's vulgar?
It's self-defined. Yes,
Yeah.
you have a black character named Token.
Right. Right.
So it's
Yeah.
you have cripples fighting each other.
But then it becomes a verb, right? Like I'm saying this new show is like it's like a Family
You
Guy
could
South
use it
Park.
like
music.
right,
You use it like a verb almost. But it's just gone. I think everything's out the window. I think people are just looking for entertainment any way they can get it.
I've been catching up on some documentaries. There's a great documentary about these chefs who do barbecue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just great. There's a couple like this 85-year-old woman in Texas who gets up every Saturday at 1:00 in the morning to start making barbecue, which is considered some of the best barbecue in the country. This dude named Ronnie Scott, who's got his thing burned down, so he made this traveling barbecue pit, and he went around, raised money,
Nice.
build his own thing. And I watched the you ever see The Last Foxcatcher
No.
documentary?
What is that? Last Foxcatcher.
Yes.
Huh. About?
About
it's not about catching a fox.
Dave DuPont was the guy's name. Rich guy, heir to the DuPont dynasty.
French family.
But he became enamored with wrestling and believed that one of the things that kept the United States from being one of the premier wrestling things is because that once a kid leaves wrestling out of high school, he's got no support and stuff like that. So he built this. He built this facility to train wrestlers, and he had some of the top wrestlers come there, and he had a guy named Dave Schultz who's considered to be the
wrestler.
the guy.
We talking about
when it comes to
professional wrestling,
no, amateur wrestling.
The
Amateur
in
Greco-
the ring, the ring. Thing.
No, amateur Greco-Roman style wrestling.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
grab
talking
you from the back. And
Yes.
Beep, and then
Yes. Turns out this dude's a nut, and he actually ended up shooting the guy, Dave Schultz.
Oh,
Yes, and it's
this is a murder mystery.
Yes.
This is fun.
Yeah, and it's not even a mystery.
Oh,
Because
we know what happened.
Yeah, you know what happened.
Okay, I got you.
So everybody, because the dude says, so we walked up, he asked me to come out for a ride with him, and I came with him, and he said, hold on just 1 second. And he came, he pulled his gun out, walked in, and shot Dave Schultz. And then just got in the car and just went up to the house and said, hey, the police are probably going to be coming. Just don't let them in.
My gosh. See, that's what I mean.
So
Someone's
it's
lost their fucking minds.
Yeah, and when you hear, you hear the phone calls,
Yeah.
and you hear the people talking, it's sometimes you see something and it's like you always think it's a movie,
Yeah.
but then you hear the 911 calls. And
It's
stuff,
real.
and then you realize how real it is.
I've been watching the murder tapes. It's on demand. It's called the murder tapes, and they're all about these crazy fucking murders that happen throughout the middle America. Kansas, Wyoming, Montana.
Oh, those are some fascinating stories.
Man, the fucking stuff they go through, it's like, and then the cops are like, wait a minute, like real police detective work stuff, and it's like, come on, man, like they know what they know. It's not what you know, it's what you could prove,
right?
And trying to make a case stick, and then there's always the guys that are like, dude, let's hurry up and get this shit over with. To grab anybody, like that can't be an option, man.
It can't
not
be
a
an
multiple choice.
Well, another one is have you seen the ones? I forget the name of it. Damn, I'm sorry, I've gotten.
I know, we didn't do any
things.
research. Yeah,
but
that's what freestyle podcasting
there's
is all about.
There's a Netflix one where it has to do with the media influence over sensationalized cases. And the first one it did was the Bernie Getz.
I saw this
trial.
I saw this.
Yes, and I am absolutely
trial by media.
Thank you.
Trial by media.
Trial by media, and it's so interesting how the facts and what we believe happened are so far apart.
Two different things.
Two totally different things. For the longest time, Bernie Getz was portrayed as some dude stalking the fucking subways, like he was the vigilante guy. He was coming to get.
He'd been mugged before. It wasn't gonna happen again.
It wasn't gonna happen again. So he's like, no. He's just some dude.
He just got fed up. He was that. But there was a lot of. Yeah, you're right. That story had so much twist into it that I did not know. But trial by media,
yes,
is so fascinating because we talk about this being tried by public opinion or being tried by social media, and that was in the 80s.
Yeah. And
can imagine if Facebook had been out. Can you imagine?
Oh my God!
There would be no way to get there would be no way to get an honest trial or for people to have their own opinions.
There's no way for you. Yeah,
very tough to do.
That might be hard to do now.
That's what I mean.
That's gotta be hard to do
because it exists now. Like, what are you on Facebook, ma'am? No. Are you?
Right? Because you have to be unbiased. And can you? Okay. Well, now you got to dig into people's Facebook posts.
I know.
Stuff.
Well, speaking of not so much in digging in people's Facebook posts, but we're going back to COVID talk. There was a kid in Florida State University. I mean, Florida U, right? FU. Had COVID. You know, he had it. They told him quarantine, right? So he had 14 days to quarantine. He had a party. Okay? Quarantine party. Yeah, we're all quarantined. Had 60 people over his house or his place where he lives in Florida or whatever else. The cops show up. But listen to this. The cops, hey, you guys, we came because of noise complaint, number one.
Okay.
2, you're not supposed to have this many people here. What's going on? We're having a party. Oh, well, and gets his ID and whatever else. Punches him up and says, hey, man, you've been tested for COVID. The cop knew he had...
So the cops knew he had COVID.
Yes. So he was able to say, hey, you've tested...
Interesting.
And I asked him to confirm. He said, you tested positive on the 7th? And he said, yes. And he said, that was 6 days ago.
It's the 10th.
Yeah, you're supposed to, what, 14? 14 days? Yeah. He said, you see the problem here? Do you not see the problem? And the guy was like, well, hey, man, he busted my chops, like, whatever. And now they're like, wait, how irresponsible is this? Like, But you got to remember, these are college kids that the sacrifice...
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
And all they... What was that?
I don't know. Your phone?
All they're getting is that...
Something just happened.
Alexa and her...
Was that you, Alexa?
No. She's yellow because, she has a notification.
Oh.
Alexa, do we have any notifications?
Oh.
One new notification from Amazon Shopping.
Here we go.
For Oren, household supplies has arrived.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, tell me my shit's here. Oh, the bing bong was the doorbell, probably. Somebody probably rang the doorbell.
All right. No, yes, the kids, they're
weird.
They don't understand, and they don't understand that. Like, my wife runs into these issues because she works on Hofstra, and so now she, along with a lot of people, thinks that a lot of this is BS.
Really?
But there's a
lot of what?
There's a protocol.
Oh.
There's a protocol that has to be followed.
Yeah.
Like, for one thing, we talked about this before. Like, the test that you have to take is not the
It's not the minute test.
It's not the immediate test.
It's
a
couple of day test.
It's a couple of day test, and it's kind of like silly to have people move in when but okay, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But you still got to follow the protocol.
Yeah.
And so she runs into a lot of students who just like, okay, we put you in a protocol for a certain reason.
Right.
We put you in, they'll put them in certain housing, but you got to quarantine for 14 days. They will, you can order food, they'll have food delivered to you, stuff like that, and, but, unfortunately you can't have, guests.
Crazy, yeah.
You can't have, and there was this, there's just one kid who just, repeated everything, but doesn't understand why you have to, so wait a minute, you just don't understand why we're doing this to you. You understand that this is what it is.
Happening.
Like, you agree with it. Yes, I agree. Yes.
It's so hard.
So why can't you follow the shit that you agree with?
So hard. Because, I guess on paper, like in front of somebody, me and you, we have you say yes, and you talk to a doctor or whatever else. Yeah. And then, they're like, all right, cut down on drinking, then you go home and have a beer. Kind of the same thing.
Stop
the consequence. You stop at the bar. Yeah. But this world health thing is nothing to play around with, and I think the time frame, no one ever suspected it to last this long or be this goofy or be this weird or be this life-changing.
No.
And now we're trying to get to this new normal and kind of things. So I'm assuming that based on the type of people we have always been to modern day people, we're not going to do this until, unfortunately, I'm sad to say this, until Hollywood shows us how to do it. I don't want to say, but I'm watching shows that have like, you got to wear your and now I'm seeing it. It's starting to trickle in now. It's starting to trickle in through the shows and the TV shows where they're showing it life imitating art or art imitating life.
Okay,
art, and it seems like if you watched Friends and they were talking about wearing masks all day, some people, a majority of people who live like Friends would get it. I don't know this. I mean, there's just saying.
That's a point, though. That's.
But we've done that. We've done that throughout our life. Like, I have people that talk like this because they watch Real Housewives. You know, the team too much and.
What is that? I don't watch Real Housewives. I don't know what
that's
that
what I'm
is.
saying. You don't know ghetto women who they talk like this. They talk with their hands like, "You gonna get me right now." You don't understand what I'm talking about, and they do this.
Oh my God!
This is the ghetto women. This is the bougie ghetto women, the ones that go to brunch and date NBA players and you know live a lifestyle, but they talk like this.
The black girl with blonde hair talking about how why you're not real with me,
right?
Right.
And lashes
like sticking
this.
out, and she can't even point to you because her fingernails are gonna like jab you in the eye.
Yeah, this is team too much. Remember Don Singfield was on our show and he says
Team too much. Yeah,
the client was talking like you doing too much. You're
Yeah.
extra. You team too much. Like using phraseology was what he called it.
it's amazing how people never apply that to themselves.
I know.
Like they never just like look at themselves. Like, well, have you ever like thought about you? You know, like it took you 90 minutes to get ready for this.
Yeah. Right.
You know, with your hair, it's clearly not. You know,
Shit. Like you get it. Well, even yesterday, like you know, we went to Bonefish last night for dinner.
Oh, okay.
And
you like bonefish?
I love it. Yeah, I do.
I've been there a couple times.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
I think one time. I've been there twice. One time was really good. One time I had a bad experience.
Okay.
But I don't chalk that with the bonefish. That was just a bad.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Experience or food? Or
No, bad experience. I had
Service.
I went there. The service was bad.
Yeah.
The person I sat behind the bar. I sat at the bar.
Yeah.
The person didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Gotcha.
I got an apology as I was leaving.
Okay.
I've never been back since, but it's not because of that reason.
Oh, okay.
I'm not there. I don't go to Bonefish a lot.
Yeah. It's funny. We discovered Bonefish up at Marist because they had one up in Hudson Valley, and we discovered up there. So when they built this one, we was like, "Oh, great! This is great. We loved it up there." This one has some because of the people. You know, the people that they live in the neighborhoods, and they're people from your neighborhood, and some of them have it, some of them don't.
Right.
You know, and we talk about this before. Being in the service, you want to be in the service industry, you got to commit.
Yeah.
You have to really commit to be over. And the waitress last night was super committed. She was like, "You guys all right? This and that." Total with the mask on, bartending. She had it. She got it down pat. You know, she figured it out how to do it, how to maneuver in that space. And then they overcharged for like there was something that was on the bill, asparagus. Oh, that's an upcharge or whatever else. Okay, thanks for telling us, but I didn't ask how much or whatever else. But then they said we don't have the asparagus. I said, okay, we'll just make sure it's not on the bill. It's an upcharge. I don't penny pinch on bill. I don't even look at the bill sometimes. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I can't do that because I get so angry at that.
Well, you're in procurement, so
I do that for a living.
You do that for a living.
I do it for a living. I look at the bottom price and I go, all I'm thinking about is, do I have enough to cover this on this card or do I have to dig for the other card? That's all I'm thinking of.
And you can look at a bill and see if a bill is right. If it's in the ballpark.
I mean, if I had a good
time. If I
time,
had 2 drinks and you're charging me $75, okay, then I got a question.
Well, I mean, yeah. So when you have a value, like these are people that don't know the value of a good time. I'm with my wife. We're having a great time. We're watching the game. We had the game in front of us. We're sitting at the bar. Who's better than us? During a COVID, and we're out. And it was free. It started getting cold outside, so we were prepared to go outside and eat because. But then it was like, well, okay, all right. So we're watching the game. We're having drinks.
Just you and the wife.
Yeah, just me and my wife, and they kept us 2, and then 6 feet apart. Then another 2, then another 2, another 2, and we just decided to go out to watch the game. I mean, just to get out of the house, and we had a great time. Bill came out $89, whatever. I don't give a shit. You know, like I didn't care.
Yeah.
But she was like, wait, the asparagus. You know, she starts with the fucking asparagus. Oh, they didn't have it, and they charged us, and this and that. I was like, all right, so what? Next time, you know.
Yeah.
And they wind up going back to the man. I don't want to do this with the manager and find out. Because what I didn't want them to do is credit me back and then charge me again. Because it's a debit. So both charges
stick with you.
And then I got to wait for the refund.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do that. So it's not worth the $5 for me. Let them have the asparagus. And then they wind up giving me a thing for Bang Bang Shrimp. So free Bang Bang Shrimp.
Free Bang Bang Shrimp.
Which are $13 anyway.
There you go. So you made out.
So we made out. You know.
So you made it. No, you can't put a price on a good time. My wife.
No, that's That's what I mean. Like,
Wife and I went out to for our anniversary. We went out to Capitol Grill.
love that place.
Yeah, and they had the mass on and everything
Yeah.
like that. It's kind of funny because we got there really early, so we did kind of like the blue plate special type thing. So it's like it looked like we had the whole place all to ourselves. You know, it started filling in afterwards. And so, but yeah, had a great server. You know, talk with him, joke with him for a little bit. I love when you can joke with your server. It's just
They have a lot of funny titles there, though. They call themselves like trainers, or they have different names for the people. Like they
at
don't.
Capitol Grill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask the guy, like, when he comes in, it's not just server and
Okay.
it's like concierge. It's like they have different names for the people to ask the guy. He probably told you, but you didn't hear it.
You
You
probably wasn't paying attention.
yeah, you
to
weren't paying
it.
attention to it. Each
No.
of the guy there is a different guy. Like, the guy who cleans your thing is a busboy, right? What we
Right.
call a busboy. They call him
Oh, it's just a okay, I see what you're saying now.
They
I
just
thought
label
you
them-
were saying like the same people who do the same things have different.
No. They just name them, word them. The way that they're training and their staff
Okay,
is,
all right.
it's a little bit more dignified.
Yeah.
It's a little more dignified.
It hit that, you know, those places like Capitol Grill and Bonefish.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like these are chains.
Yeah.
You know, but they're chains and they're specifically catered to that area.
Trying to give you that.
So you're not going to get the same thing. Like, you're not going to get the menu is not going to be the same at this Bonefish as it is in the Bonefish in Hudson Valley. You're probably going to get a different couple different
a few
shrimp,
things,
a
but
few
most of
things
it
are going
is
to be different.
The signature dishes like Bang Bang Shrimp and
Right.
these couple of things
Right.
were the same.
But then you find some in different locations in which the menus are totally different because they say, well, what we do is we purvey from local markets.
Right. So especially when you see the market price stuff and the
Right.
local fish and fish of the
Right.
day and all that other stuff.
So it's actually pretty cool. I mean, I feel better about that because I try not to do a lot of like corporate restaurants and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I feel a little bit better doing that. And sometimes you just want to be like in a place you like.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
a place
I
you
know.
like. You want to have that nice. I got myself an old fashioned cocktail.
With the round ball inside or square?
No, it
square?
had cut up ice, but
Oh, okay.
But still, I just and I don't order an old fashioned. I order my whiskey neat or
Yeah,
on
the orange
rocks.
twists. And,
Yep.
Yep.
And
Burnt?
it just no
No.
it wasn't burnt, and it had a dried maraschino cherry in it,
Ooh.
which was nice.
Nice touch.
So it was just it's just I don't know. So every once in a while, you just want to feel like you're a little bit above. Then you go back to your shitty life, and then you go.
Again, like I have a half a gallon of Tito's upstairs. I have every wine that I drink. I have everything there, and to pay $9 or $10 for a glass, I know it's expensive, but I'm out and I'm having again, like you
Right.
said, you can't put a price on having a
Can't
good
put a price on
time.
having a good time.
I don't have to pay that price so that I can go home and drink till I fall
Exactly.
asleep. Whatever.
That makes you lonely.
Exactly.
You have to be
Speaking
lonely all
of
the time.
people cooking and stuff like that, I am smoking some pork chops, some center cut pork
Right
chops
now?
in there right now.
Nice.
Been in there since 11 o'clock. I do the 3-2-1 method. You know of this?
Please tell me.
3-2-1 method is 3 hours smoke with dry rub.
Okay.
Okay, 3 hours. They're all racked up. So I got about 8 pork chops on the
Okay.
racks out there now. So you can do 3 hours dry rubbed. They've been marinating. They've been sitting in the dry rub
Okay.
since last night. 3 hours. After the third hour, you go 2 hours with a little bit of marinade or I like to use broth.
Okay.
Some beef broth
Okay.
or some wrapped.
Okay.
So you kind of steam it a little bit. You get a
Okay.
little softness in it. Tenders it up a little bit because they're super dry. They're smoked, but they're dried up.
Okay.
But they're still packed with juice because there's none of it left.
None of it left.
So
right.
then you put your 2 hours of marinade with a little bit of maybe some garlic or something. And then the 1 hour is your final dressing, which could be a barbecue sauce or whatever else. That's 1 hour.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1. That's what they do for smoking.
Sounds interesting.
It's fucking great, and the smell is just. I mean, the it's smoked into the bone, like And I also learned that it's not supposed to fall off the bone. It's supposed to give you a little tug.
Yeah, no, fall off the bone to me is like a little.
That's for.
I think that's kind of
for-
laziness.
That's for chopped barbecue.
Yeah, for chopped barbecue.
Yeah.
And I really think that happened when somebody just left shit out there too long.
Too long.
And they said, "Oh, well, this is great. It just falls right off the bone."
It's not supposed to.
So
fall
we
off the
made it a
bone.
great thing. No,
It's supposed to tug.
I want a little give to it.
Yeah.
I want to,
I want to be able to hold it and pull
Yes,
at it
yes.
and get mine. I want to get mine. I want to get mine. I don't want it to just.
Now, like you said, for pulled pork
Pulled
butt
pork,
or
it could fall off the
some
bone.
shredded beef or whatever. Yes.
So that's
But,
happening right about now, and Apple will tell me when it's ready. So
Really, you set the?
Yeah, of course I do, because I don't do 1,000 things.
Do you have a smoker or you just use your grill?
No, I have a smoker.
You have an actual smoker.
Yeah, I got a smoker outside.
Oh, I didn't know you had a smoker as well.
Oh man.
I knew about the grill. I didn't know you had an actual smoker.
I got a smoke. And my neighbor they bought that house next door, and he threw out a bunch of shit, and he threw out a perfectly good charcoal grill, and I took it
Nice.
right out of the garbage.
Nice.
Washed it up, but he took the bottom tray and somehow is missing. So I tried to order the bottom tray from Char Grill, and apparently that's the legacy grill, not the classic, etc. So I just need the fucking grill to slide underneath, and you would think it's easy to just put something there.
Put something there.
No,
No.
it's 21 inches by 18, etc. So one of my friends has a metal shop. He's like, dude, I'll just cut you a piece of steel. Don't worry about
Ooh,
it.
nice.
Yeah, because the one I got doesn't work. Now I'm going to try to cut it, make a mess, and hurt myself, probably.
Barbecue's worth it.
Yeah,
Barbecue's worth it.
Only one finger to go with it. Oh, man, what else is happening in the world? I guess we're all waiting to see California. Hopefully they can get out of the heat, get out of the fires.
Yeah.
Kudos to any of the firefighters on the front line.
Bless you, man. Guys, it's gonna be a rough few days.
You can go watch Kurt Russell in Backdraft and get some pointers. But nothing like being out there in the real deal, man. It's amazing that if it just rained, it would help. Like if it just rained, like do a rain dance. Does that not work anymore?
Yeah, I guess gotta figure it out.
You
Gotta fill
fuck
up
the
some
Indians so bad that they don't want to
They
show
don't
you
do
the
this
dance
shit
no more.
Nah, fuck you guys.
It's casino. We
Fuck
just
you guys.
we just want casinos.
I just want the liquor, the cigarettes, and the casino.
Damn. That'll get you. All right, party people, I'm ready to get out of here. How about you?
I shall get out of here too.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, party people, this has been Two Bros Podcast, episode number 108. Remember, have a blessed week, but more important, be a blessing to someone else.
Fuck them.
Bobby Bourbon Whiskey, what's it called?
Bib and Tucker.
Bib and Tucker. Get you some. Peace.